How can a small business use ChatGPT to protect its intellectual property? Um, that's the prompt that I wrote into ChatGPT, and of course, it gives you a disclaimer that it's not a substitute for professional legal advice, although one day it probably will be. But here's the answers it gave. IP education, you can use it to find out about different types of intellectual property and how to protect them. IP strategy. ChatGPT can help you develop a basic IP strategy to identify the type of IP you own or could potentially create and suggest appropriate ways to protect them. IP registration guidance. ChatGPT can provide general guidance on the registration process for various IP rights, such as filing a patent, registering a trademark, or registering a copyright. Um, there have been a lot of lawyers that have been using ChatGPT to draft applications or conduct search, and it's more of, ChatGPT at this stage is still very much a tool for a lawyer. The layman can use it and probably get some assistance and get some results with it, but sometimes it's been really good to help us with figuring out key search terms to search for prior art in a patent case, as opposed to actually finding the prior art. Um, it can take a description that we give it and pull out of it the key terms to look for, the key terms to search, the key features of a described invention. Those are the ways that it's been helpful so far, rather than actually doing the search and giving us the results, or actually taking, a description and turning that into a patent specification. Uh, in one ways I've seen it looks pretty good is for drafting very basic agreements. It can do like a very basic non-disclosure agreement, a very basic work for hire, or a license agreement. But again, I have seen some issues with what it's drafted, or things that I would prefer to be said a different way to protect my client better when I've used it. Um, I have not used it for monitoring and enforcement yet, just because it's ChatGPT only has information from 2 years ago. But in the future, yes, and I know there's a lot of uh, software out there for lawyers that is using AI, or everyone says they're using AI of sort for doing these things, and we even use some software that has had claim to have AI for quite a while for helping assist us in our patent and trademark searches and watch searches. So, and then general IP tips. ChatGPT can offer general tips and best practices for managing and protect your intellectual property. So, just some of the ways that ChatGPT can help. Again, I'd like to stress that from what I've seen in my playing with it, it's a great tool. It's not there yet to replace a lawyer. It will be most likely one day. Um, but I think there still needs to be a lawyer in between it. It's more of a tool for us to help us with research, drafting, but you definitely could play with it and definitely get some good ideas. So let me know how you're using it in your business, whether it's related to legal issues, protecting IP, contracts, anything. Um, Feel free to reach out with those. And of course, if you like these, please subscribe below. Thanks.